This Chandrayaan is a first Indian mission to moon. It was conceived about 7 or 8 years ago, and it was approved in 2003. It is an unmanned satellite which will go to moon from Sriharikota. It is scheduled to go on 22nd of October, and it will take about 15 days to reach the moon. Now it is a polar orbiter without man, but with 11 instruments. These instruments will observe the moon in different wavelengths. It has X-ray eyes, it has cameras, it has radar, and it has many instruments which will study all the parts of the moon. There will be global coverage. It will be there for 2 years. That is the longest time any satellite will spend around the moon. So we hope to get lot of new data from Chandrayaan 1. It may be followed by Chandrayaan 2 in the near future, which will be a mission with a lander and a rover, a kind of buggy which will move on the moon and take observations. So it will have 3 components. One is a orbiter, one is a lander, and one is a rover. So in this way we have conceived a very long-term project of planetary exploration. Moon is just the first target, and later on we hope that we can go to Mars and other bodies of the solar system. Ahmedabad has 2 major laboratories. One is called Physical Research Laboratory, which is academic institutions, where we have conceived the scientific objectives and defined the program, the instruments, what kind of data it should take on Chandrayaan 1. And we have also built one X-ray camera there, which is called High Energy X-ray Camera, HEX. The HEX will map the radioactivity on the moon. The other center which is very active in this is the Space Application Center in Jodhpur Tekra here, which has a sensor development laboratory. They have developed 2 very important cameras for this Chandrayaan 1 mission. One is called terrain mapping camera. The terrain mapping camera is actually going to take 3D, 3-dimensional picture of the whole moon at a very high resolution of 5 meters. So we can see, for example, if a truck is standing on the moon, it can be photographed from this orbit of 100 kilometers. The other very novel camera, which is a mineral camera, is called hyperspectral imager. This is the first time that a hyperspectral camera is being sent to moon, and its purpose is to map the minerals on the moon. What are the minerals present in different places, on the poles, in the equator, on the backside of the moon? All this will be studied by the help of this camera. So these 3 instruments have been contributed in a major way to this Chandrayaan mission by Ahmedabad. The ISRO, the Space Research Organization, offers many opportunities to young people to take up challenging tasks related to space science. They have recently, only this year, opened a Space Science and Technology Institute, which is a IIT level institute in Trivandrum, and people can go there and get a degree, and then they can join Space Research Organization. And whatever one does, whether one does engineering or one does basic sciences or chemistry or physics or geology or electronics or computer science, they all have opportunity in space research, because space research is made up of all the subjects whatever we know, right from nuclear physics to astronautics and so on. Gujarat has contributed in a very important way to the growth of space sciences in India. As you know, Physical Research Laboratory is known as the cradle of space science in India, and under Vikram Sarabhai it started the whole program. Then we have given several chairmen to Space Research Organization, including Dr. U.R. Rao and Dr. Kasturi Rangan, who developed this program further after Sarabhai, and they have brought it to this very high level of performance that we can now go to the moon. I am sure Gujarat will continue to contribute to the growth of space research and use it for the betterment of the society. You know that today all communications, your TV, cameras, your telephones, mobiles, they all are run by satellites. And all the resources of India, that is crops, water resources, they are all being controlled or given data from the Indian remote sensing satellite. So we have contributed in a big way to growth of the society, to development of the society, to growth of technology, and I hope Gujarat will continue to do so in the future. Just a few years ago we started the Planetary Science and Exploration Program in India. Chandrayaan-1 is the first mission. Now it will be followed by several missions, Chandrayaan 2, 3, and maybe missions to Mars and asteroids and maybe to satellites of Jupiter and so on. So what I am saying, there is a big opportunity waiting here, and this Planetary Science and Exploration Program, which we started under PRL at Thaltej campus of PRL, is very new and needs to be developed. So if we can have students who can learn from there, because this group provides platform for everybody to come, discuss, share the data, learn, have training, and then contribute to the program. So this is a long-term program, and I think if the state government wants or the university wants to join in, that will be a big boost to the planetary science and exploration in the country.